Oh ho ho! Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth 2. Yo, I am very excited right now. It has been a whole hot week since I have looked at this. I don't even remember what we were doing. I kinda do though, don't worry. We're gonna go ahead and check out everything we can. Even though I think in the last one we've kind of sealed our fate with Von Karma, and that like made me really nervous. So we're back in the present time, and this is all Ray knows apparently. Now I don't know if we get to kind of see anything else that happens, but really when they left it in the last one, they were kind of really pushing that that's how it closed, and the state of things and what Gregory had said to Manfred is kind of what sealed his fate, which is so sad. Oh my god. So now we're back here and we still really don't know everything that happened. What are we gonna do? So, that's what happened in my father's last case. The truth of the IS-7 incident. Yeah, because after that we know what happened, right? Gregory was killed. What happened at the trial? In the end, Von Karma defeated us. Huh? So you couldn't prove Mr. Master's innocence? We had gathered plenty of evidence to prove it. But Von Karma was even more despicable than we thought. Yeah, no surprise there. He was a prosecutor who would do anything for his guilty verdict. Miles knows. That's right, and he really did use any means necessary. Because of this, the trial dragged on for about a year, until it finally reached a conclusion. I'm surprised they let it go that long. I'll never forget that fateful day, when the judgment was passed down. It was the 28th of December. It's April now, so it's been a little over 17 years. My god, it's been so long! How time flies. The 28th of December, 17 years ago. I was watching from the gallery that day. Are we gonna see that? Oh yes, I want to see that. Before the trial, your old man noticed that Mr. Master was acting strangely. Oh, this poor man. He was at the breaking point, both mentally and physically. He wanted to be found guilty. Yeah, that's how they get you, right? At that point, you just make a confession even if it's not the truth. That's terrible. No, Mr. Master didn't make a confession, did he? Yeah, that was what Von Karma was aiming for from the start. Oh no. When your old man tried to expose the fact that the body had not been found, Von Karma used the power of his police cronies to quash the argument. Of course he did. Oh no. He even went as far as to prepare a fake autopsy report. Of course. Then, they made Mr. Master give a false testimony and confess to being an accomplice. With Mr. Master's confession, the situation quickly became dire. But your old man had a trump card up its sleeve. Did he actually? What did he do? Was that the trump card he was talking to Detective Bad about? Yeah, that trump card was to be our insurance in case Mr. Master confessed. He had asked Detective Bad to have Mr. Master's interrogation recorded. Detective Bad wanted to know the truth too, huh? He was always really good from the start, he was. After he was dropped off from the investigation, he never stopped caring about the case. Even when he was involved with other large cases. He really was the definition of a true detective. He was. Oh. Look at Greg! Oh my god! The defense presented the recording which proved that the confession was forced. Oh shit! What happened then? Well, it seems the detective in charge of the initial investigation and interrogation, Rip Lacer, took all the blame and was charged and dismissed. I bet he had to take all the blame for that, right? There's no way he would throw Von Karma under the bus. Still, at the trial, your old man exposed Von Karma's corruption, and Von Karma received his first penalty from the then chief prosecutor. That was the smirch on his record. Dude! The only penalty in his 40 years of prosecution. Oh, and that's why. That's why he got his revenge. However, Mr. Master didn't want the trial to continue any longer. And the curtains closed on the trial that day with a verdict of guilty. That's too bad. Oh man. If only something else could have been done. My memory of that time is fuzzy, but I was also there, watching my father's final trial. And I think his final regret became my own. Oh, Edgeworth! Your old man wanted a retrial to prove Master's innocence. Of course he did. Gregory wouldn't give up. But he passed on before he could fulfill the wish. Man. Damn it! After getting entangled in another case, we know which one that is. Oh no. There it is again. Yeah, we know, Miles. Breaks my heart even now that I didn't return home with him that day. And what's more, to blind myself from my own worthlessness. Oh, Ray, don't say that. Uncle Ray put all of his hatred on you as a traitor for being Von Karma's people. Well, okay, I can understand why Ray would feel that way. It's not a very nice turn of events, is it, knowing everything that happened? But I guess it couldn't be helped at the time. God, this picture is... I don't like this, actually. I do like young Edgeworth, don't get me wrong, but this picture is haunting now that we know all that we know. It's unsettling. Dude. Oh, dude. Oh, he's bowing like Gregory. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Don't be. It's natural you would hate me. After I became a prosecutor, I was able to get Von Karma to show me the case file. You know, you gotta wonder if that was part of it right there. Mr. Master was found guilty for the murder of Isaac Dover. That's not right. What do you... Wait, what? What do you mean? Wasn't Mr. Master found guilty of being an accomplice? Uh-oh. But this case file says guilty of murder. There shouldn't be anything unresolved and the case is handled by Manfred von Karma. Oh no. Wait, can I take a look at that file? It looks like the charges have been rewritten. What? Look at this. What's happening? Suspect data. Jeffrey Master, 39, creator of the dessert contest. The victim's body was found inside a dessert made by the suspect. This led to his arrest. In jail, he was diagnosed with hypoglycemia and he was treated by medicine. After his own confession, he was convicted as an accomplice to murder. The charge is accomplice to murder? This is a copy of the original case file I received from the courts. Why do you have that on you? Why would the charge be altered? This file was given to you by Von Karma, right? Maybe he just didn't want you to know the truth, since you're Gregory's son. I doubt that's the whole reason. He would have wanted to avoid another retrial before the statute of limitations ran out after all. So, what I come to believe back then had all been a lie. If you didn't know about it, just make sure you know it from now on. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, Edgeworth, you didn't know. Although I'm kinda suspect why no one told him. Why didn't Ray or anybody else that knew him tell him this? The statute of limitations has long expired, but the truth still sleeps right here. Oh, this is craziness. After your old man passed away, Uncle Ray took over as Mr. Master's defense attorney. Although Von Karma also had another prosecutor take over the case. Perhaps he thought that since his opponent was a rookie, he didn't even need to turn up. That's probably exactly what he thought. In the end, the real killer was never found. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. My voice is really haggard. You would think it wouldn't be since I had a week break, but no, sir. Mr. Master was found guilty. No! Is there nothing we can do, even now? Well, since the killer was never found, he can't withdraw his confession. I found out after the trial that Mr. Master made a deal with Von Karma because Von Karma had threatened him. Of course, that makes perfect sense. I mean, sorry, anyone would have known that that probably would have happened. If you don't confess, Catherine Hall will be held under the same charges. Oh. Well, of course, that makes perfect sense then. That's terrible. I don't think Mr. Master really thought that Kate was the killer, but...
But he was protecting her. Of course.
To protect her, he faked a confession.
That's awful. The poor man.
Miles, on the day that Knightley boy was killed, why do you think Uncle Ray was at the prison?
Ah, I see.
You went to see Mr. Master, didn't you? I said I'd visit him every day. I couldn't keep that promise, but I asked Katie Pie to look in on him for me when I couldn't. If through rain or snow, she went. Every single day without fail. But nothing has changed, and Mr. Master still serves his punishment.
This is terrible. That's so sad. Isn't there anything we can do?
I don't know. That's why I came here.
Did you? You had the plan all along, did you?
Because I knew those ice sculptures would be on display here today.
Oh, okay.
So, what are you gonna do, Miles? I'm a prosecutor. My position is different from you and my father. Miles. But, moving past my position, what I want as Miles Edgeworth is to know the truth of these two cases. It is for that reason that I am here.
Good boy, I knew that he would do it.
You really are your father's son. Well then, if that's what you've decided, I'll support you all the way.
Oh, Ray, so good.
I'd better leave the IS-7 documents and evidence with you then. Alright, here are the documents. By the way, the parts in orange are Uncle Ray's old notes.
Okay, IS-7 incident. Case file received from Shields. Parts in orange are Shields' notes. Touch the check button. We're gonna have to definitely look at that.
Thank you. And now, here's the IS-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure you look it over.
Did you just go grab it all now, and you're just gonna throw it in our pants? After all this time. Received a lot of IS-7 evidence from Mr. Shields. Oh god. Okay, we have to look at it all.
Right. I'll check through it later.
Anyway, there are so many strange things about this case.
Indeed. Those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs.
Yeah, that's definitely not a coincidence. Come on.
Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the Winter Palace, and poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which had been disguised as the Winter Palace. The two chemicals in the Pisces case, normalium and fatalium, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. The victim of the poison gas was Dane Gustavia, a person involved in the IS-7 incident. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Zodiac Art Gallery's infirmary. Finally, the dead body found floating in the fountain. And once again, the ice sculptures have melted.
Oh my god, it's true. It's all here. What are we gonna do?
These are deep connections between the two cases. It's possible that there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. Do you think so?
Right, let's get started.
Objection! Oh, no, you know what? I was having a good day. I really was. Why are you still here? You know what? Everything was getting so, emotional that I totally forgot that Justine and him were here. I totally forgot that they were even involved. Whoa! Just 1 second. Don't tell me you've forgotten about me. Didn't I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case?
Yes, only 10 times, but nobody cares. Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to continue disrupting Sebastian's investigation...
What you gonna do? You gonna hit me with that? Go ahead. Ma'am, you cannot threaten me with a good time.
The word guilty will be added to your PIC report. You know what?
Do it.
You won't?
No, I'm calling you out. Miles, slap her in the face. Actually, don't do that. Probably get in real big trouble. What does she mean, guilty? Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before.
I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it.
You know what? Had enough. Had enough of all of this. Your smarmy-ass attitude.
That was fast. Even though we're short on hands to identify the victim right now, it's only a matter of time until we figure it out. Yet you say that. But I could help. In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind.
Oh, really? Then tell us.
Huh. Very well. What are you doing, Miles? What's up? It's not just the sculptures that have made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the fountain is...
Are you serious, though?
Wait, are we really doing this?
It has to be, though.
Okay, it's dumb, because the immediate thing you want to say is there's no way it can still be that. But remember, the body was never found in the first one, so originally you'd be like, well, it's been too long, there's no way there's a body left. What if he didn't die? Oh, shit. That's it, isn't it? It's likely that the identity of the body is the victim of the murder that occurred here 18 years ago. Isaac Dover.
Icy's body? Hey, who's that? I've never heard of him.
Mr. Isaac Dover? A truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Pierre Hoquet. The sculptures on display here at the museum are all his creations.
Ah, so in other words, that sculptor was the best. Somehow I feel a strong kinship to him.
And he was the victim in the IS-7 incident. Oh no. I don't like where this is going. She knew about the IS-7 incident? Well, I'm not surprised by that. Why are you surprised, Edgeworth? Prosecutor Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident occurred 18 years ago. And what's more, the police reported the removal of the body. How could they have done that when the body was never found? That has to be a lie.
Well, that's what's on the record, but I wonder if that's really the truth.
Yeah, because we know now that Von Karma could have fabricated anything and anything that he wanted. Everything or anything. All of it. What are you saying?
Well, the defense attorney in the I-7 incident claimed the body was never found. Not that the prosecution would ever admit to such a thing.
Courtney, you're gonna side with us on this, right? You have to. Oh, my phone. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, it's you? What is it, your mom?
Hello? Really?
Is something wrong, Sebastian?
No, it's just they said they know who the victim is.
Well, let's hear it. It's gotta be him, right? Has to be.
Well, it's just as that prosecutor says. It's Dover.
No, it can't be. You're gonna believe me now that your bra's come off, right? It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. Yeah, they sure were. What is it, Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much more helpful than Mr. DeBest?
Hey! Are you trying to steal the best position for yourself?
I'm doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate, no? The truth is none of your concern.
Objection!
What do you mean?
I don't think that's true, Courtney Pie.
You again.
Uncle Ray assisted the defense attorney involved in the I-7 incident. The one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found.
That's right, did she not know that? She's gotta know if she knows the details of it.
The prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body has been discovered here. In other words, the IS investigation was unjust. And isn't it the duty of the PIC to investigate corrupt prosecutors? Then wouldn't you want to cooperate with those who were involved in the case?
Get her, Ray. Come on, make her believe.
Unless you have an ulterior motive?
Yes, get her. Do you? I would like to believe that you don't, but I'm not sure. Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident. So it would seem she really is here because of the PIC. Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edgeworth is. What do you mean? It's his father! Girl, didn't you read it?
He's the son of the attorney in that case and a prosecutor taught by Von Karma himself. And what's more, he was in the audience at the IS-7 trial. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on.
Very well. I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the Fountain Patio is open to you. Wow, just like before.
That's my Courtney pie. Now we're talking. As thanks, I will allow you to have a hug with Uncle Ray.
Listen, we got somewhere real good here. Please don't ruin it.
Like, come on, dude. She's gonna slap you.
Yeah, I knew it. Overruled. If I feel your cooperation isn't needed, I will have to ask you to leave.
Understood. Ah, isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating.
Oh, Ray, you've done it.
You really helped us there. Uncle Ray did it all for himself. I believe that. But not really.
He would never do that.
Alright, Uncle Ray's going to investigate too, so let me know if you figure something out.
Got it. Alright, so Kay's with us now. Alright.
Right then. Okay, let's begin the investigation.
Okay, let's do it.
We still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normalium were hidden.
We don't have enough information to go on.
You're right. Our first priority is the Normalium.
Well, Normalium is used in washing detergents, paints, and the like.
If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Oh, a minty aroma, okay. Got that logic. So we need to search for more.
Well then, let's get looking for that Normalium.
Alright, begin investigation. Here we go. Where do we start? I always usually start with just talking to everybody. And then, like, looking around. But we can, let's just start with Kay and see what she has to say.
Yeah? What's up?
You got anything, girl?
I wonder if this case and the IS-7 incident are connected somehow.
Girl, we've already come to that conclusion. It's hard to say for certain, but I also don't think they are completely unrelated.
But your father was in charge of the IS-7 incident, right? This can't be just a coincidence. It must be destined by fate. Let's solve both of these cases. I'll make sure to steal the truth for you.
That sounds promising. Now then, to the task at hand. Let's resume the investigation of the Normalium.
It's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Let's go ask around.
Okay, that sounds good. Let's go ask. Obviously, Delisha would be like the person to ask first, but this guy's also here as well. We've recovered the victim's body. Forensics are currently performing the autopsy, sir. And what of the investigation of the fountain? The fountain is completely clear. You could cleanse both your heart and soul with it. No thank you, there was a body in it earlier. I think I'm good. Body was floating in this fountain just a moment ago, though. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Delisha, what are you doing, darling?
Oi! How's the investigation coming along? You found anything? Oi, not quite actually. We haven't found any clues yet. You're doing it wrong. Oi is only used when you're showing someone something. Also, yissy is used to confirm and is also agree, and eep is used when you're afraid. Fi is used when you don't like something, and oi is used when you're calling someone. I see. I didn't know it was that deep. Oi, Mr. Edgeworth, did you catch all that?
Okay, be more serious.
Yes, see?
Man, Delisha, is that all you have to say, really? You don't, maybe I have, you know what? Maybe I have to, like, find more things before I can actually talk to her. Well, fine, let's just start. We could do... Maybe if we go, okay, so I won't forget if we go, like clockwise or something.
Sculptures of a man with the face of a moon and a woman with the face of the sun. The man looks kind of gloomy, though. Were these also made by Pierre Hoquet?
Yes, it seems he made these in his youth, when he was enthralled with the stars.
The piece likens the relationship between the moon and the sun to something closer to home.
The piece is entitled, My Parents.
I think we know who wore the pants in that marriage.
Well, listen, okay, we're not here to judge. Oh, great, I get to talk to Larry. Well, I can't wait for that. Let's examine the tea card as well. On the service cart, Miss Hall has prepared her tea set. I love this tea set. I wish I had one.
According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea.
Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste.
It seems this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover.
Oh? So the tea set was made by the victim? Let's take a closer look. Okay. It's all very wonderful. Is it the whole thing is just one, or is it different? Well, let's just start here. So, this tea set was made by Isaac Dover.
Fancy stuff, huh?
Okay, I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it.
This tea set is such a treasure. Please don't look so excited. Yeah, don't steal it. If I recall correctly, Miss Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. Yeah, she loved his work. Teapot data. Kate's favorite teapot, made by Pierre Hoquet, aka Isaac Dover. Also, don't let me forget to look at all the crap that we've got. There's probably tons. What's wrong, Edgeworth?
Hey, Edgy!
What is it?
Be careful with that teapot.
Why must I be warned by him of all people? Look, Edgeworth not the person that's gonna, like, break a tea set. He knows. He knows his way around tea. Hello, darling. Madame and monsieur. Hi, babe. Would you care for some tea? Hello, darling. You look lovely. Miss Hall.
Ah, Katie! No! I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys have some.
What? Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break. We only just started. Certainly. Can I have some tea, darling? Oh, yes. I would love some, actually. It's delicious. Thanks for the tea. Yum. It would kind of hurt your mouth to sip from like a star-shaped cup, though. At least I think it would. Wow! It's so tasty! What kind of tea is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Ah oui, that's right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma. Oh, is it citrus? And then he said something about smelling mint earlier. Okay. Oh, how strange. It is the same Ceylon tea I served this morning. Maybe something was in the cup? There shouldn't be anything different about it.
What? What's wrong with you, Edgy? Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie kindly prepared for you.
Larry, what are you getting so upset about?
I'm not upset, you're just being a rude jerk. And I told you to call me Laurice. Oh man, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore.
Bye then, get the fuck out of here. It's like arguing with a child. Oh, Laurice, I wonder what's wrong. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. Clearly, I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but she is still a little suspicious, right? Unfortunately. I dare say she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. It's looking like it, isn't it? Okay, is that all? See, the examine isn't changing, which makes me think that that's all that we have here. So, if I'm wrong, I'll just have to come back to it. Let's go ahead and talk to Katie for a little bit. Actually, we're already at 28. Let's do this. In the next one, we will start fresh and talk to Katie, because I wanted to get all of her dialogue at once. And also, I don't know what happened over here, but it looks like someone shit all over the floor. Ray, was that you? Oh, honestly, can't take anybody anywhere. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, and I will see you soon in the next episode. Toodaloo!